Good, 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 good. And I will share my screen. 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 Okay, share my screen too. Okay, good. Okay. Okay, good. So then, can you see these? And yeah, from last class, okay, so we are now talking about it, how we can solve a business problems. Okay, so we are now talking about it, the business problems. And then with last class, I introduced a few number of the tools, okay, and okay, so that I will leave you a few, I will leave you the process of the business problem solving, okay. Yeah, before go ahead, okay. So we business problem solvers, we solve a certain specific business problems. Okay, so what kinds of problems do we have? We have a problem of the revenue and we have a problem of the cost. The purpose of the business is clear. We want to make that, we want to make money. Okay, so make money. So only one way to make money is increase revenue and decrease in cost. Okay, and however, if somebody asks, okay, so because when we talk about at the public, yeah, public business or social enterprise or the another something, okay, whatever, instead of that, okay, so maybe we can think of the, okay, not increasing revenue, but however the value, okay, this can be the value, revenue or value, okay, good. And this can be the business economics or money. Okay, that's okay. Okay, that's money or value. Whatever. So we want to increase revenue and we want to decrease cost. We want to create a certain new value throughout the increasing the value and the decreasing the cost. That's fine. That's okay. So we want to increase revenue, but unfortunately, that's not easy. That's the problem. Okay. So that we want to increase money, we want to increase revenue, we want to increase value with reducing the cost or the not increasing the cost. Good. That's our problem. If there is any problem in revenue side or the cost side, that's our problem. Okay, so we talk a lot about that the revenue is composed with the price and the volume something, and the cost is the resource cost and the operation cost. If that is related with, okay, if that is related with increasing revenue and the decreasing cost, that's our problem. That's our problem, okay? So that how we solve this problem, we manage only two things. We manage only two things. We manage money, okay? We manage money or we manage people. That's it. Our the karmas, okay? Our great philosopher of the karmas gave us a very important insight. Economy is nothing but money and people. Okay. So as a business problem solver, what we manage? We manage money, we manage people. If that kind of problem, okay, if a certain problem of the revenue, cost, or the creating new value for the society, something, okay, we solve that problem throughout managing money, throughout managing people. Okay, that's all. That's all. Then what is the management? Management is getting things done effectively and efficiently through and via managing money, managing people. That's what we are doing. That's our two tools. Okay, that's our two tools. Okay, so managing money, managing people. If that is related with managing money, managing people, in order to increase value, in order to increase revenue, in order to decrease cost, that's our profession. That's our profession. Okay, so that's it. Good. And I proposed and then I shared this kind of the essential tools for the business problem solving or management problem solving. Okay, whatever. So I showed a few number of processes. Okay, so I propose that there are 6 or 7 different steps of the business problem solving. Okay, that come from the McKinsey. And then no matter what, in order to solve a certain business or management problem, okay, we start with most important process, okay, and then that consumes more than 60 or 70% of all time. What is that process? The first number 1 process is defining a problem. Okay, defining a problem. I said once we define the problem in a right manner, okay, the other processes is quite mechanistic. Okay, so defining a problem is the most important and the most time consuming and the most teasing, but most important process. Okay, when we define the problem, we must think of the key decision makers. Who are you working for? Who are your salary payer? Who gave you money? We suffer money. Okay, we suffer money. Absolutely. So then when you define a problem, we must think of the who I am serving. And second, once we define the problem, we make that big problem as a chunk of the small pieces of the issues that we can do something. Okay, we call that is a disaggregate issue. When we want to disaggregate that big chunk of the problem into the certain manageable or the addressable the issues, we think of the Missy. What is Missy? Do you remember? What is Missy? Missy. Oh, absolutely. You will see the question at the first exam. What is Missy? Mutually exclusive. Exactly. Mutually exclusive and collectively exhaustive. Okay, that's exactly what. Not roving. Everybody. Okay, so absolutely. You will see this. What is Missy? Oh, mutually exclusive and collectively exhaustive. What does that mean? Issue by issue, there must be no overlap. Okay, every issues must be independent each other, independent. There's no overlap. And when we add up all the issues, that must cover the big chunk of the problem. Okay, good. That's the mutually exclusive and the collectively exhaustive rule when we apply to the disaggregated issue process. Okay, second. Third, then we develop the hypothesis and the work plan. Okay, then we think of what is the end product. You must have an image. You must have an image of, okay, so what I will get, okay, from the research or from the work. Then we develop the most likely hypothesis. Okay. Oh, if we do this, we must have this. Okay. Then we test this hypothesis scientifically. Okay. Then we conduct critical analysis. Critical analysis including quantitative analysis, qualitative analysis, data analysis, and many analyses. Okay, so then external analysis, internal analysis, ROIC analysis, financial analysis, leadership analysis. We will learn about a lot of those kind of the managerial or the business analysis techniques. Okay, don't worry. Okay, if there is any necessity, we will solve that problem. Don't worry, we have tons of thousand business analytics techniques. We just use it. And when we conduct analysis, okay, definitely we need to think of this 80-20 rule. 80-20 rule, that rule, would you mind explain the collective? Would you collectively exhaustive again? Oh, collectively exhaustive. Exhaustive means, okay, when we collect all issues that the sum of the issues must cover the whole problem. Okay, and 80-20 rule, 80-20 rule is, okay, that is Pareto rule, Pareto rule, Pareto rule. What is the Pareto rule? Okay, so that is 20% of the causes result in 80% of outcomes. So then when we conduct a critical analysis, absolutely we want to conduct every single possible analysis. Okay, data, quantitative analysis, external, internal, financial. We have tons of thousands. But however, can we do it by all? Probably no. Okay, probably no. We don't have, okay, we don't have enough money, people, and time. If we have enough money, if we have enough people, if we have enough time, we will conduct every single analysis to get the best result something. But however, as a business problem solver, do we have enough time? Do we have enough money? Do we have enough people? No, never, ever, no. We will not have enough money. We will not have enough people. We will not have enough time. Okay, that's our work. That's our limitation. Okay, so absolutely, I want to do every single possible analysis. Okay, but what if that is yeah, that takes more than 10 years? Is it possible to apply some new strategy, something? No. Okay, probably this will be more practical. Okay, your boss or your client will give you a problem. Hey, business problem solver, please let me have a solution for this problem within a week. Okay, so you have 1 week and you must bring the best solution. Okay, and however, can you do every single analysis? Okay, and the more drama or much more practically speaking, okay, your client, your boss, okay, your boss will tell you, hey, you come here, please solve this problem, conduct this until today. You have only 3 hours. Okay, you have only 3 hours. So you don't have much more than what okay. So within 3 hours, conduct. Okay, bring me a result. Answer. Solution. Oh, it's totally that situation. Absolutely. This will be our life. I'm sorry, but however, this will be our life. We work like this. Okay, your boss every day. Your boss calls you. Hey, hey, Carly, and hey, hey. Hey, okay, absolutely. Hey, Sylvia. Okay, hey, Tiffany. Hey, Joyce. Yeah. Hi, Abby. Ooh, hi, Kelly. Come here. I have a question. I have a problem. Please bring me a solution within 2 hours. Let me have our competitor's strategy. Let me have the leadership profile of my competitor. Let me have the strategy reaction of how I can deal with a certain customer complaint. Let me have the solution for the public transportation issue. Let me have a solution how we can address that the cost increase of the petroleum price and how we can deal with it, the uncertainty at the Europe. how I can sell more in the European market, how I can sell more product in Guangdong area. Bring me a solution within 3 hours. Oh, that will be more normal. Okay, so then within 3 hours, what can we do? Can you do the data analysis, the survey, and oh, absolutely, I must gather the more data from the something. Okay, it takes more than the 3 days, and can I answer that kinds of things within the 3 hours? Unfortunately, no. Fortunately or unfortunately, I said we have tons of thousands of analysis techniques. Okay. And there must be some tools. You can do something. You can do something within 3 hours. Okay. Always keep in mind, something is better than nothing. In that case, okay, think of the Pareto rule. 20% of causes result in the 80% of the result. That you must hit the bullseye. Okay, please think of the what is most effective and what is most important factor. What is the most important key important factor? Key factor, important factor. Okay, and then key success factor. We call that is a key success factor analysis. So we list up a few number of the solutions, techniques, or the tools, something. Okay, so out of many, we choose most important and most effective a few number of the tools. Most effective a few number of the analysis techniques. Okay, that's necessary. That's necessary. We always think we want to get things done effectively and efficiently. Okay, we must hit the 20% of the most effective and most efficient factors. Okay, don't worry. Okay, we will learn about how to set up those kind of the lists and how we can choose at the most effective 20% of something. Okay. Well, in here, in this tool package, in this tool pack, okay, in this toolbox, we have a few. Don't worry. Okay. We do that, and then once we get the result, once we have a data, and once we got a few number of the role understandings, basic primitive findings, when we get information, data, something, and then the knowledge, we must synthesize that as a solution or the insight. Okay, we synthesize findings. Okay, then we bring our idea, we bring our insight, we bring our solution. Okay, we must be ready to persuade our people. Anyway, so that in that case, maybe you can bring many ideas, you can bring a few number of solutions, you can bring up many kinds of your ideas. Okay, you are smart. You are smart, and you are very smart, and you work hard, and you bring a few number of ideas. You bring the many of the solutions. Okay, good. Then what should you do now? You must be able to answer this very simple question. So what? Does it make sense? Does this idea doable? Does it make sense? Is it doable? Is it practical? Is it applicable? Okay, so when we synthesize findings, when we finalize those ideas or solutions, absolutely, we always think of this. So what? Makes sense? Doable? Then, when we choose a few number of the most practical ideas inside something, then we need to prepare the final stage. We need to prepare powerful communication in order to persuade. Okay. Oh, absolutely. If you are a key decision maker, if you are a key decision maker, if you are a great leader and you have, okay, then you don't need to persuade. You just need to persuade yourself. Okay, that's fine. But however, in case 99.99%, okay, so we need to persuade others. Okay, we must be able to persuade others. If that's so, we must be able to communicate, to persuade somebody with powerful communication. Powerful communication that must be very persuasive. Okay, and think my communication, my message is clear, and my message and my communication is impactful. Am I talking a very persuasive story? What am I talking? What is my message? Is it logical? Is it persuasive? Is it make sense? Okay, so these 6 steps are the more general McKinsey business problem solving processes, and this is most popular in the consulting industry. Okay, good. That's a general process, and then more specifically, and there is a strategy development processes, more practically speaking, okay, as a business strategy consultant, maybe you follow the general processes and you do this kind of more practical and specific functions and the processes in order to draw the strategies, okay? Define the problem. When you define the problem, please think of the key strategy issues, goals and objectives, and the criteria for success. When we set up the hypothesis and when we conduct the analysis, we usually do the external analysis and internal analysis. I shared the idea of the GPGE. Okay. GP is okay. So no others. Okay. No my enemy. External analysis. What is now happening at the outside of something? We identify the forces at work and the industrial analysis. We conduct the opportunity and the threat analysis. Okay. Under the GE, okay, know oneself is, okay, we must know ourselves. Okay. Internal analysis we conduct, then performance analysis, business system analysis, capability or resource analysis, competencies analysis, and the financial analysis. Okay, that is our internal. When we know the others, when we know ourselves, okay, so what can we do? We can win? No. Not yet. Okay. GPG기 100점 불태. Okay, so when we know others, when we know ourselves, we will not lose. 100점 불태. 100점 불태. Okay. 100점 불태. What is that in Chinese? 100점 불태 in Chinese. GPG기 GPG기 100점 불태. Okay. 한자. Okay. Oh, okay. So can you see the chatting? Okay, can you see the chatting? GPG기, okay, 100점 불태. When I know the others, when I know myself, I will not be at the risk. That means I will not lose. Okay. In order to win, first, we should not be beaten, not lose. That's a start. Okay. In order not to lose, we must know the others, we must know ourselves. In order to do that, we conduct external analysis, we do the internal analysis. We need to both. Okay, that's the reason why we conduct this external analysis and internal analysis. Good. Then after this, we bring ideas. Okay, strategy. Okay, strategy formulation. We must set up a few number of the strategic options. Okay, generation of the strategic options, the evaluation of the strategic options, and the choice and the commitment. Oh, absolutely. We need to bring our idea how we can win. Okay. Then saying or thinking is one thing, and however, doing and execution is another thing. Doing, knowing has a big gap. Absolutely. So my advisor, yeah, Professor Jeffrey Pfeffer at the Stanford University, and Jeffrey Pfeffer wrote a book, Knowing, Doing, Gap. Knowing by brain is one thing, and then maybe we can bring a lot of the very nice strategy. Okay, we are smart enough to bring a better strategy, but doing, performing, implementing, make it happen, that strategy is totally different. Okay, execution is totally different. Knowing is one thing, doing is another thing. Okay, when we do those kind of the things, okay, we can win. And what is the purpose of the winning? What is the purpose of the mode? Yeah, but art of war. What is the purpose of the strategy? The purpose strategy, according to the art of war, is to win without fighting. Exactly. The purpose of the strategy is to win without fighting. Okay. In order to win without fighting, we must set up competitive advantage. Competitive advantage. Okay. And those competitive advantage that is conceptualized by the Michael Porter, and however the original form of the competitive advantage is five element, 도천지장법. Okay. 道天地长大. Okay. Good. You must be able to set up those kind of the competitive advantage in here. Strategy formulation. And those kind of the competitive advantage must be come from external analysis data and the internal analysis output. We will learn about it. Don't worry. Okay. Good. That is what we have learned from the last class. Then we go to the first step, defining a problem. Defining a problem. Okay. So I said defining problem is the most important process, and that is most time-consuming process. But however, many people just ignore that. And then, unfortunately, you had no that kinds of chances to define a problem. And for now, up to now, okay, so you got the problem from others. Okay, you got the problem from others, and then you just perform your analysis, you just solve the problem that you to address that the certain given problem. Okay, but however, why that is the problem? The problem is problem? Really? Do you think so? Then absolutely, we do not know what is the real problem. Every situation has a different problem. Every different people has a different problem. Okay, situation by situation, people by people, and the business by business. Okay, we have a totally different problem. And fortunately, unfortunately, that problem is dynamic. The problem is changing over time. So even though we define a problem now, that problem can be differentiated, or that problem can be no problem tomorrow. Every moment, we must think of what the hell is the problem? How we can define the problem, okay? So then, in order to define the righteous and the right problem, we can use a few number of the tools. Oh, okay. So okay, we have tools. Don't worry. Okay, so we can define the problem by using a few number of the tools. Okay, first tool I want to share. Okay, first tool I want to share is Kaplan and Trager's problem analysis. Mhm. Oh, this is quite simple. Hey, what the hell is the problem? This is nothing but Harvard. Oh, Heffer and Traeger, they are the expert of the problem solving, and they trained more than 10,000 CIAs and FBI problem solvers. Okay, and then from those kind of the disciplines, and they just find out a few number of the best tools to identify a problem. And Professor Kaplan and the Professor Traeger, those two guys, and they developed a few number of the best business the problem identification tools. And many, out of many, I just want to share two Kaplan and Traeger's tools that I am using that's most effective. First tool is problem analysis. Oh, that is nothing but however, we just identify what is true. What is true, okay? And what is not true, okay? What is true, what is not true. For example, okay, so if you may define a problem, okay? So what is a problem? Gas price is up. Gas price is up. Gasoline price is up, okay? So what is true? What is true? Okay, OPEC reduce production. US reduce production. No. US reduce production. No. US increase production. Okay. And we have a Russian war problem, probably. Okay. And do we have any problem in the Asia? Asia has a problem, Asia. Or no, okay. And what is the problem? Okay, so what is true? Okay, EU has enough. EU need more gas. That's true, okay. And how about the China? China need more gas? Depends, okay. So like this, please write down what is true, what is not true. Okay, then we can identify what is now increasing the gas price. Okay, and if I have to do something, what is the biggest cause of the gas price up is, okay, that is political tension, hegemony issue. However, this is too big, I cannot handle, okay, so this is not a problem. So what should I do? Okay, I'd better to search for alternative gas supplier. Okay, so this is a problem. So we need to search for alternative gas supplier from Russia, from India, from Indonesia, from Malaysia, from somewhere, okay? And Venezuela, why not? According to this definition of the problem, okay, that comes from the what is true, what is not true. Maybe we can define a certain problem as a business problem solver. Okay, like this, we can write down what is true, what is not true, and especially everybody can easily do some what is true. It's easy to have. It's easy to write it down. Okay, everybody can do that. But however, the problem occurs in here, and this is most powerful. What is not true? You must define what is not true to get rid of this issue. Okay, U.S. to reduce the production. No, U.S. is increasing the volume. Okay, especially in the northwest of the area. Okay, Nevada or Wyoming. Okay, so they are now cracking something because gas price is up. Okay, so that is a problem. No, that's not a problem. And however, U.S. is trying to reduce the gas. And Asian war, we don't have a war. Okay, we don't have any kinds of the war or something. Okay, so the Asia relatively has a little problem. Okay, and the China need more gas. Probably yes and probably no. Okay, we must double check. But however, from my understanding, China don't need more something. Okay, because you have enough data sources something. So out of this, we can draw a certain specific problems. Okay, and as a global supplier, as a global producer of something, okay, absolutely. We better to search for a gas supplier, or we better to search for an alternative, and then probably in the long run, maybe we can think of okay, so we better to change our energy source to alternative energy, like a solar panel. Solar or the reusable, recycle or reusable energy. Okay, absolutely. This will be our strategy. So I'd better to install a few number of solar panels. I'd better to search for another alternative energy source that can be replicable, that can be replaced by gas dependent supply something. Sure. And then probably we can think of, okay, so electric vehicle based the transportation supply chains, we can think of that. Oh, sure. So like this, Traeger's problem analysis tool can give us insight what it is true, what is not true. Okay, that may bound a certain problem. So then, absolutely, I love to do that. I love to use that. That's a problem identification tool. And second, another my most loving, the Traeger's tool is Traeger's situation analysis, situation appraisal. Okay, situation analysis, situation appraisal tool. Okay, so write down your problem. Okay, so for example, the gas prices problem of something. Okay, so alternative gas. Okay, or alternative energy problem. Okay, and then the political tension. And then so source. Okay, so the U.S. production increase. Okay, and then the OPEC reduce price, reduce something. Okay, and another alternative supplier. Okay, something like that. Okay, so maybe you can write down the issues and the situations. Okay, then write it down just randomly. Okay, write it down. Okay, so maybe that come from here. Okay, write it down something. Okay, good. Then so I propose that the 80-20 rule. 80-20 rule. Okay, out of many, we'd better to choose only 20% of the critical problem sources, causes that result in 80% of the outcomes, so that this Traeger's KT situation appraiser can give us an insight of that. For example, okay, alternative gas, is getting serious. Alternative gas demand is serious. Well, probably yes. Is it getting urgent? Yes, 5, and give 1 to 5. If that is more serious, give 5. If that's getting more urgent, give 5. And the problem or the situation is getting more incremental growth, give 5. Okay, and then you just multiply this 5, 125. Alternative energy, and then, however, this is a pandemic situation. Okay, pandemic situation, and okay, so the economic block. Okay, so and the alternative energy, this is getting serious, it's getting urgent, it's getting gross. Okay, give 1 to 5, 5 for 5. Political tension 445, and the U.S. production increase 433, OPEC reduce 333, and pandemic situation is getting serious. Yeah, it's not very serious. Okay, so we can manageable. Okay, that's manageable, and it's getting urgent. Yes, but however, sooner or later. Okay, so it's getting manageable. And it's getting growth? No, I don't think so. It's getting down. So then okay. And economy block serious? No. And the urgency not much. And the growth no. So write it down and give them a number, okay? And then finally you can get this number. Out of these, okay, write it down more, and then out of this, I will choose only two. I will choose only one or two, no more, just one or two. I'd better to search for the alternative gas. I'd better to search for alternative energy. Okay, that's it. Then I will raise this issue as a problem. I will choose these two problems to find a solution. Okay, so out of many, we can identify a few number of the critical causes, critical problems. Okay, Pareto rules 80-20 rule. Okay, by using the serious, it's getting serious, it's serious, and it's urgent, and it is growing, it's incremental, or not incremental. Okay, according to our judgment, okay, probably you can define that kinds of things by yourself. But however, personally, I would like to recommend you to use this tool to make a group decisions with your colleagues, with your friends, with your team members. We can talk. Okay, so this is a situation appraisal. Okay, this is a situation appraisal. Okay, and the next one is more group decision making. Okay, group problem identification test. And I'd better to do that at the face-to-face classroom. But however, a long story short, this is the affinity diagram, and we just use the post-it, and I distribute the post-it with my team members. Okay, and then I raise the issue. Okay, and I define the issue. Okay, how we can find what is the root cause of the gas price up. Okay, I raise the issue. Then I distribute the post-it, and then everybody, okay, everybody write down their thinking ideas, okay, on the post-it, okay, and the 4 or 5. Then we gather the data. Oh, no name. Okay, I distribute the post-it, and then everybody write down their idea. And then I gather the data, and then I display the data in front of the people. Then we talk. And we sort the post-it into the related groups silently. Okay, so somebody say about it. Increasing decreasing the OPEX gas volume is the problem. Okay, OPEC here, and then somebody say, okay, so a few number of suppliers decrease their volume. Okay, OPEC, and then a few number of the suppliers just close the valve or something. Okay, OPEC. Something. Okay, so we group a few number of something, a few number of the agenda, okay, then we create the headers with the phrases. Okay, OPEC OPEC, and then alternative energy, something like that. Then we draw the final affinity diagram, and we group, and we count, and what is the most important, because if we have a largest number of the post-it, okay, so that must be the most commonly acceptable agenda we can bring. Okay, so then we just to choose one or two agenda that we can elaborate more. This is a group decision-making process. Okay, so we call this is affinity diagram. Okay, many times it is really nice facilitation technique to make agreement among people, and to draw the brains together to bring a collective solutions. Okay, this is the defining problem technique. And absolutely most popular defining a problem tool is Barbara Minto's MISSI logic tree. This is logic tree. Okay, this is logic tree. And Barbara Minto, the McKinsey consultant and the teacher of the McKinsey problem solver, and she proposed this kind of the logic tree tools in order to train the McKinsey business problem solver around 40 years ago. And Barbara Minto proposed this. Okay, here is a problem. Okay, oil price is going up. Then issue. First, production is reducing. Okay, and there is a supply chain problem. And there is a tension of there is a demand of the alternative energy, something like that. Okay, so we disaggregate that chunk of the problem into a sub issues. Okay, and when we disaggregate the issue, we must think of the mutually exclusive, no overlap. No overlap. Increasing volume is one, decreasing volume is one thing, and the searching for the alternative energy is another thing. And then, yeah, demand for the alternative energy is another thing. Okay, so that composed the problem of the reducing the gas price up. Okay, so that we can go forward. Okay, so we can disaggregate the issues more. Okay, like that. Okay, so we can analyze those kind of things more. Then out of many, okay, we may choose only one or two. Okay, so then practically speaking, okay, so as a business consultant, okay, this is the most common and this is most popular, the business problem defining the business problem tools. And then many business consultants just use this in order to define a certain most important problems, and then we fight. All business consultants participate in making this logic tree. We fight in order to identify the best problem. Okay, this is most popular. Logic tree. Okay, so logic tree is the most popular, the defining a problem, the tools. Okay, so we love it. Okay, and probably if somebody wants to apply for the graduate school, and you must complete the GMAT. Okay, in the GMAT test. Okay, there must be a very interesting section, critical reasoning session. And critical reasoning, when you try to that kinds of the critical reasoning problem, that sounds crazy because that's a play of the logics. Okay, logical thinking, critical thinking, and logical thinking is necessary. Why we ask that kinds of things in the critical reasoning? That is testing the future business problem solvers. GMAT is for the when you apply for the business school, you definitely need a GMAT score. And why business school want to test and exam your critical reasoning problem? Because of this. We must use our brain. We must our logics, reasonings in order to identify the problem. Okay, that's the reason why we have a critical reasoning section in the GMAT. Business love to do that. Okay, so logic tree. Okay, and the next problem defining tool I love is Kurt Lewin's force field analysis. Many times, okay, we know the certain specific problem, and the biggest concern of that problem is, should we go forward or should we reject? Go or no go? Yes or no? Simple, okay? And a lot of problems, simply, we must make a choice, go or no go, or yes or no, accept or decline, simple, okay? In that case, okay, stop thinking, don't think, stop thinking, write down this, okay? Write down this, write down your problem, okay? Write down the problem, okay? Upgrade the factory with the machine. That means, should I buy a new machine or should I do not need to buy a machine? For example, robot. Do I need to change the people with a robot? Or I just keep my people? Okay, that's a big choice. then many CEOs and many key decision makers are now in dilemma, now in trouble to make a choice. Okay, that's all life. Don't worry. Then write it down and identify. Do we need to go forward? Do I need to buy a robot? Or I don't need to buy a robot? Why I do not need the robot? Write it down. Okay, write it down. Then give them a force level. For example, force for change. I should buy robot because I want to meet the new product demand. Right now, we need to produce more product, but however, it's not easy to meet the demand of the customers. So definitely, I need to increase the production speed. Absolutely, this is very important. Give 5, give 1 to 5. 5, and then I need to meet the new product demand. 5 is important, and I want to improve the production speed. Okay. And probably I can meet the production speed by pushing more people or giving more people the salary. However, I need to do that and reduce the training time because I'm producing the diversified or the totally different product from a same production line. I must train people to change the product, but however, it's not easy. However, when I use a robot, I just change the program. That's it. So that I can reduce the training time and absolutely lower the maintenance cost. Okay, that is necessary, but so. Give them a reason. Write it down. On the other hand, why I should not buy the robot? Okay, probably I need to retrain the staff. That means that I must invest more money in training people. That's a cost. It's expensive. And then probably I will lose my staff over time. And then the people will not be happy. I need to deal with that. And then there must be a space limitation to have a new robot system. Do I have enough land? Do I need to move up? Do I need to move somewhere else? That's the question. And the state regulation, probably the rules and the government rules give you a restriction of the applying the new robot system. Probably, who knows? Then write it down. Write down all the forces that push you to go forward and write down all the forces that you push it down. Go or no go, write it down, and then give them a force factor. Okay, 1 to 5. Okay, 1 to 5. Then add up. Add up. Total 14, total 12. Then, what is your choice? In this case, I'd better to go. I'd better to buy a robot and try to replace the people with my new automation system. Oh yeah, sure. Okay. Probably this can be the stupid choice, but however, this is my result. Any problem? No problem. If something is wrong, okay, maybe. Oh, probably the state regulation is getting more important, and that becomes a 5. Okay, and that must be the okay. That's 4. Okay, 16. Soon, probably. Okay, then I can stop. It depends. However, write it down. Please give them a force and then make a choice. Any choice is okay. Any choice is okay. If the choice is right, go ahead. If choice is wrong, if something is changing, okay, you can change it always. However, identify the problem. Give them a reason. Something is better than nothing. Okay, this is a Carter-Lewis force field analysis technique. Okay, simple but very powerful. Okay, good. And there is a problem identification tools from the quality management field. And these two are the most popular, and these two are the most loving. Mine, I love this. And the Toyota's 5 Ys, 5 Y, okay, 5 Y technique. Simply, okay, so you write down the problem. You write down the problem, and we simply ask why 5 times. 5 times, okay? And this simple technique, simple technique can give us an insight to what is the root cause of the problem, okay? Problem. Our client is refusing to pay for the leaf lot we printed for the for him, okay? That's a printer shop, copy machine, printer shop, okay? Why our client is refusing to pay? Why? Because the delivery was so late. So the leaflets couldn't be used. And then my customers could not use my leaflet. So they were totally angry. They were totally unhappy. So they do not pay. And why the delivery was late? Why delivery was late? The printing job took longer than we expected. It takes more than 1 day. We expected that is just 2 hours, but it takes 1 day, 24 hours. Why that was necessary? Why we spend more time to print something? Why? Because we had no printer, toner. So we need to buy a new toner. We must get the new toner. Why the toner was not there? Because the toner was not all used on the large last minute order. So we must have a backup toner, but however, we didn't have that because our supply chain management system didn't order before that was happened. Why our management system didn't order the toner before that was happened? Because we didn't have enough toner in stock and couldn't order the new order supplier in time. Is that a problem of the print, or is that a problem of the supply chain management or management information problem? Supply chain management. So actually the problem started with our customer. Okay, but throughout this kind of the 5 simple why and because analysis, that problem, we identify a root cause of the problem is management problem, management. Okay, MIS system, purchasing system. So what is our solution? Probably find a toner supplier who can deliver at short notice so that we can continue to minimize the inventory, reduce waste, and respond to the customer demand. So I did better to find out the best supplier for toner. Okay, so a certain problem transformed to, okay, a certain the customer relationship management problem. Customer is get angry and they do not pay. Okay, so we lost our chance of increasing revenue. However, why and throughout this kind of 5 why questions, and we identify the root cause of the problem. Is that a problem of the customer? No, it's a problem of our management. It's a problem of the procurement. This is a problem of the supply chain. Okay, so we solve this problem. Okay, that's the Toyota's 5 Whys. And another quality management tool in order to identify a problem is, okay, that's Ishikawa's the fishbone diagram, and there must be the cause and effect analysis. Okay, so you can write down what is the domains of the problem causes. Okay, so for method, people, machinery, materials, whatever. Okay, and what is the problem of this? Okay, inaccurate submission of the billing to client, and why this kind of things is happening? We may identify the method, management method, and the people side, and the material side, the machinery side, and we identify in the machinery problem, in the machinery domain, probably phone line disconnected was a problem, and the unreliable BIS mail system is a problem. In the method problem, invalid list of the update, in erroneous Yeah, add on the sorting of the bill statement, and the people side, there must be the ignorance, or there is a people fail to inform the client through the call and email, and the materials, no file for the record filling of the statement in client of order. So we identify the root cause of the problem by using the fishbone, because this looks like a fish. A fish head and the fish bones, and we identify what can causes the biggest issue. For example, we identify this, and then if that is a problem of these, okay, what if people ignore the order or ignore the billing to client? What can we do if that is identified the biggest problem? Probably we need to bring up better solutions to train them. Okay, like this, fishbone diagram can give us a pictorial and more the insightful and then whole shot understanding about it, the problem causes. Okay, causes and effect. Then that drove and that formulate the problem. That this give us insight. What is the problem? Okay. Good. Okay. So yeah, today, we covered the defining of problem tools, and then today, okay, defining a problem. This is most important. This is most time teasing, and this is most time consuming, and this is most time consuming and the most hectic the process. Okay. However, we can use this kind of tools to define the right problem. Once we define the problem in a right manner, the other processes are totally easy to handle. Okay. And today we cover the defining a problem by using Kaplan and Traeger's problem analysis tool. Simply what it is true, and what is not true. Okay. Kaplan and Traeger's situation appraisal. Okay, so we list up and then we choose just one or two. Pareto rule. Okay, and affinity diagram, post-it, logic tree, Barbara Minto's mutually exclusive, collectively exhaustive, and define a problem of the by using the force field analysis, Kurt Lewin. No matter what, start with drawing the what is the problem and go or no go, yes or no. Okay. And 5 whys can give you a more fundamental problem causes. Ishikawa's fishbone diagram will give you an insight about it, what is the root causes and what is the effect of that. Okay, and there are many more the defining problem tools, but however, I'd better to share this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 defining problem tools. Okay. That will be a nice start. That will be a nice start to use these tools. Okay. And from next classes, I hope I will see you on campus. Okay, face to face, and definitely I love to talk about it on the board. Okay. So then, okay, we will keep talking about it. Though we must be able to set up the goals. Okay, goals. Okay, hierarchy of goals, vision, mission, vision, and strategy objectives. Goal setting by using the Kaplan's balance scorecard. Okay, so we will see that. Then we will go to the managerial analysis. So we must be able to learn about it, the external analysis, internal analysis. No matter what, I will show that the 2x2 matrix start. Okay, good. That is it today. That is it today. Oh, I'm sorry for my late. Okay, so do you have any question? Definitely from next Tuesday, okay, I will see you on campus, okay, if everything goes well. Definitely, I want to see you on campus. Any question? Any problem? Oops, stop sharing. Any problem? Any question? For exam. Oh, so for exam, there's a December, not December, October 26th. October 26th, okay. 5:30 p.m. At B101 and B102 probably. Hey, everybody. Okay. When we no, we made a negotiation, we made the agreement October 26th. Right there. Yeah. We will have the first exam on the October 26th. October 26th. Yeah, we will have an exam, no class. we must have an exam face to face. Okay, so paper and pencil. Exam. Could you please provide some sample? Oh yeah, I will let you have that. I will let you have that probably next week. Okay, next week I will let you have that. The exam guide. I will let you have an exam guide. Oh, but however, I already let you have the exam guide. Eh? No, not yet. Oh, I will let you have the exam guide next week. Okay, I will let you have the exam guide soon. I have a class on October 20.
October 26th is a Wednesday.
Okay. So October 25 or the 27th?
What about 27th?
Oh yeah. So yeah. We didn't decide it. October. Okay, give me a second.